All right, Xfinity at sorry, not Auto Club, Atlanta. At the old Atlanta. Something feels weird in this setup, man. But I'm going 67 plus 7, or sorry, 16 to 1 plus 7, 57. Just what I'm doing. The revs are too high. Like, we're getting too high in the gear in fourth. Like, I feel like I'm going to overheat the car because I'm just up in the high revs so much. You'll see what I mean. So they might update this. I don't think you'll blow an engine running this, but it sure kind of feels that way. Should be second lap, hot lap. I'm just gonna, yeah, no grip in the out lap. See how early I'm getting in the red, and that was on a bad run. I mean, I guess it's all right, but it just feels a little weird to me. Okay, I'm gonna set up high here. Okay. So both corners, I'm gonna go late apex. We need to do later apex in 1 and 2 than 3 and 4. Because I'm trying to get a really good run off this corner. And then we can go a little shallower into here. Had to do a loose correction there. You can also take 1 and 2 a little bit shallower, but you still have to late apex. Because you see, it can push up if you don't apex early enough. See how tight that got. Then 3 and 4, I don't think you can run the wall. I mean, it isn't bad, but it isn't good. But yeah, isn't that weird? Is it just me? I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like that was way too high in the gears for that. But let me know. Oh, wait, I don't need that. Okay. So, I actually ran a better lap earlier. I ran a better 3 and 4. A better 1 and 2. So let's just look at that. Little cheat. I went for the same stuff. So, biggest learning point here is that before we drop into the banking, I want you to get your nose pointed down the hill. Now, because we're late apexing, we don't want it to be really aggressive down. We want it to be kind of on the way, but not quite up down. But if you miss this turning point before this little bump right there, then it's going to be really hard to turn your car down, and you're going to have to overslow it. So I'm able to get the car turned down a lot better because of that. So this was about as early as I could have possibly apex with having it still work. You can see just by how I'm steering, it's a little bit tight. So this is not what I would want to do on a race run, but on a lap like that, the time that I made up by being lower made for about half a tenth on the lap that I did just now. We want to throttle through the white, and we want the car. Here's a big thing. You want the car to turn down even through your throttle. If your car is sliding up off your throttle, you're doing it too early or too hard. We want the car to turn down on the throttle. And that you might say, well, wait, that's impossible. No, it's very possible. You just gotta experiment, work around it. 3 and 4, same exact idea. But I found that you can be more aggressive in 3 and 4. Car is a little bit more naturally loose here. It always snaps a little bit as you start to slide up, just because you have so much wheel in it. And this isn't ideal for like long run, but for this, our purposes right here, you can be very aggressive with your steering. You just got, the moment you start sliding up, just expect the car to kick out on you. And then as long as you're there to save it, it's pretty easy. But if it catches you by surprise, you can spin out. So don't let it catch you by surprise. Know that it's happening for a reason. So it's still a late apex, not as late as turn 1 and 2, but Still fairly late compared to what we normally run. All right. Long run. I believe it should be that late apex line mixed in with maybe some wall ripping. Usually at Hot Atlanta, the bottom, like being bottom all the way around, is too slow, and so you run the late apex. But the late apex, you have to run the right way. So you don't want to force the car down. We want to enter as if the middle lane was the bottom, and then let the car turn down on its own without using any extra wheel. And that's when we throttle out. A little brake to help turn. Oh man. I did not need that brake on the first lap of a run. The tires were cold and not gripping. So adding rear brake to that wasn't going to do much for me. So a little lift. The car turning down. I think I slid a little bit more rears than I wanted to there. Yeah, and I lost a lot of the grip there. So I'm going to have to lift earlier. So if you're not gripping up on entry, it means you have to lift earlier. But the main thing you want to do is make sure that you're not forcing your car to go anywhere. That's better. Be a little patient. Apex late. Easy enough. Still probably could have waited a little bit more. So you can see I'm not sending it quite in with the same speed that I was earlier. But about 3/10 off is about where I want to be. Let's try to run straight bottom here. I don't think it works. Yeah, it's just too slow. It's like 3/10 slower, which is just not where you want to be. I'll do it in 3 and 4. If it's gonna work anywhere, it's gonna work in 3 and 4. No. It just is too slow. So let's go wide again. I mean, there. Maybe I was just going slow in my line. You can definitely push this car too hard early run. Every time that I'm turning the wheel and it's not being responsive, it's tire wear that I definitely don't need to be having. So that's where you practice, is to make sure you're running the lines where the car's always going where you want it to go. Like right there, it's a lot better. Oh, I need to be... You have to be a little bit more patient than I'm being on the bottom, because I'm gassing up and the car's just not sticking. And that's like, sometimes at Atlanta it really works and sometimes it doesn't grip up, and it depends on car, track, everything. So you just have to make sure that when you're picking up the throttle, the car is still gripped up. But you'll probably see it's probably even tire wear, but I think I was wearing all 4 tires evenly. Yeah, a little bit more right front than right rear, which makes sense because I was getting tight. But yeah, so it probably manage a little bit better than that, but you're on the right track. All right, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all on the track.